Hey there, Blue Nation. Welcome to the channel that never stops talking about our beloved New York Giants. Here we have blue blood in our veins, our hearts racing with every yard we gain. And today, we're going to put together the perfect plan to turn this team into a true winning machine. Today's video is for those of you who want to see Big Blue back in the playoffs, competing on equal terms with the league giants. And it won't be with luck. It will be with planning, talent, and strategy. Follow every step because things are going to heat up. Before we start, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell. We are close to 75,000 subscribers, and all we need is you to get there. If you really love the Giants, show it's real and join us. Just imagine, Russell Wilson in the pocket, throwing deep, and who's there? Malik Nabers exploding on the route, and Keenan Allen nailing a short route in the slot. This is real. And it's part of the 5-step plan we're going to break down now. What the Giants need to do is not a miracle, it's a strategy. And with the right pieces, this team has everything it needs to become feared again. Today we're going to talk about reinforcements, renewals, strategic cuts, and adjustments that should already be on the board's radar. Every move is designed to transform the reality of a team that suffered an attack and couldn't even trust the kicker. Enough of that. Let's raise the level and really fight. Last season was disappointing. The Giants' offense was one of the worst in the NFL, averaging just 16.1 points per game. Even so, 10 of the 11 starters are back, which suggests continuity, but also that the roster is in dire need of upgrades in key areas. The biggest change comes at the most important position in American football, the quarterback. No more Daniel Jones and his inconsistencies. Now it's Russell Wilson's turn, or maybe Jameis Winston's, or maybe Jackson Dart's turn to take over the offense. With my new QBs on the block, it is imperative that the front office surround these guys with playmakers. And that is exactly what the first step of the plan addresses. Strengthening this group of wide receivers is urgent. Malik Nabers is the future of the franchise. Fast, explosive, and with elite skills. But who else in this group gives you confidence? Darius Slayton? Only if he can learn to hold onto the ball in critical moments. Wan'Dale Robinson is agile, but he's the king of short catches on our long third downs. Jalin Hyatt? Promising, but to this day, Joe Schoen hasn't mentioned his name in interviews when they talk about the top 3 receivers. The depth of the group is concerning. Bryce Ford-Wheaton has failed to establish himself. Zach Pascal is a special team specialist. And Lil Jordan Humphrey is nothing more than a stopgap. We need reinforcements now. And that's where the options that can change the level of this attack come in. Keenan Allen, even at 33 years old, still showed in 2024 that he has gas in the tank. He had 70 receptions, 750 yards, and 7 touchdowns with the Bears. An experienced, technical, and reliable guy in the slot. He would be an immediate reference for any quarterback who takes over. If the plan is to get an elite outside target, Amari Cooper is the name. In 2023, even in a shaky offense with the Browns and then the Bills, he nearly put up 1,300 yards and averaged 17.5 yards per reception. Cooper is the kind of WR you put on the outside and let him win one-on-one, something the Giants haven't had in years. Now, if the idea is to bring in a player who fits like a glove in the system and still has size and reliability, Tyler Boyd deserves attention. At 6'2" tall and with a good presence in the slot, he can be a safe outlet for Russell Wilson on third downs. He's the kind of WR who doesn't draw the spotlight, but delivers results. But of course, reinforcements are expensive, and the Giants' cap space currently stands at just $1.1 million. The good news? There's a way around it. Joe Schoen has the tools at his disposal to open up $40 million in space without compromising the team's future. How? With specific restructurings. Brian Burns can free up $16.1 million, Dexter Lawrence another $10 million, and Andrew Thomas another $12.5 million. You don't have to do it all at once. You can move parts of these contracts and still maintain long-term stability. With this flexibility, the Giants can not only sign an impactful
room for
WR,
movement during the
but
season,
also have practice squad calls, waiver claims, and occasional reinforcements as injuries arise. The key is to prepare before the crisis hits. Another crucial point in this plan, keeping Jermaine Eluemunor. The guy was the most underrated OL in the last free agency, but here on the channel we already warned, this one is different. He played in every position on the offensive line and was a rock protecting the quarterback. He allowed 29 pressures and only had 4 sacks all season, playing 100% of the snaps. That's rare. What's more, Eluemunor can play left tackle, right tackle, guard, and even center if needed. A true Swiss Army knife that brings stability and versatility to the group. With the market inflated for OLs, if the Giants wait too long, they'll end up paying a lot more. The ideal would be to extend him now and avoid an auction in 2025. As he himself said on Hard Knocks, he wants to test the market before he's 31. So if you want to keep him, you have to act now. The defense has improved a lot, but there is still a lack of depth in the secondary. The duo of Adbo and Deonte Banks has everything to be solid, but trust Trey Hawkins or Cordell Flott as CB3. It's asking to suffer on third down against elite quarterbacks. The idea here is to bring in someone experienced, reliable, who complements the group. Kendall Fuller is consistent. Asante Samuel Jr. has youth and instinct. Rasul Douglas brings aggression. Shaquille Griffin showed his worth in 2023. Any of these would elevate the defense, and it doesn't need to be an absolute starter. Just be a rotation player who can come in and maintain the pattern. Because when injuries come, and they always do, those with depth survive. Those who don't have it, suffer. Simple as that. The front 7 is now scary. Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, and Dexter Lawrence form an elite trio. This makes life easier for the DBs, who don't have to set routes for as long if the pressure gets to the opposing QB quickly. Furthermore, the arrival of Javon Holland as safety is a difference maker. He brings leadership, game reading, and the ability to cover the backfield, something that has been missing since the golden days of Landon Collins in his prime. With the structure in place, the next step is to ensure that the pass coverage is up to par. That's where the experienced third corner comes in, and that's why this piece is still missing from Wink Martindale's puzzle. And last but not least,